Well, everybody, it is apparent that no amount of PB blaster, of taking that plug out and smacking a wrench through the spark plug hole, is going to separate the jug from the piston. So my bright idea was that I had put the flywheel back on without the points in there. Put the flywheel back on and tried to turn the flywheel with a wrench, breaker bar type thing, and get the piston to move, and it would not do it. So the next step, and I kind of marred up the crankshaft a bit in the process. Not horribly, I can still fix that. But anyway, before I do too much more damage, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the cases open and get the crank and the rod, piston head, or jug that's all connected, get it away from the cases so I don't mar up the cases anymore. And I'm going to cut through the jug just to free the rod. So I know that the cylinder head or the jug is going to be junk, and I know that the piston in there is going to be junk, and I'll just try to save the crank and rod. And I have a new jug on the way and some parts, but the next thing you see hopefully will be a sawed up jug. Well, this is a bit extreme, but this one there's really no saving it. And you can't, it's not like a regular, two-piece cylinder and head where you can get it, take the head off, get to the piston and knock the piston through. You just can't get to it that easily. So once that thing is seized up tight and welded like that together, basically heat welded together by the seizure, not much you can do besides just destroy this thing to rebuild it again. All right, I showed you what I was going to do to this cylinder. I'll try and speak up because it's real windy here. Yeah, I did it. I cut through the cylinder. I cut through it. I didn't split it in half where it fell apart in two pieces, but it released the pressure on that poor little piston enough where I could crack, kind of pull the cylinder apart and pull the cylinder off of the rod, and then the piston was toast, so I chucked that, and end result is I've got a free moving crank and rod here, you could say. And so what I did too is I cleaned it up pretty good. I soak it in some de-rust stuff, right? And that got rust. This is really smooth. It doesn't really has a little side to side play, but this is a can it run type build. So this is what I have here for the little Sachs crank and clutch. And after I dried it, I soaked it in some oil, so I'm keeping it wrapped up wet so it doesn't rust again, right? And then I got a cylinder on the way, and I've got some other stuff so that I can hopefully get that Foxy bike in the back over there running. But this is going to be a challenge here, and you could say you can buy a moped for 500 bucks or whatever it is that runs, but that's not the point. The point is to try and save this thing. So that's what we ended up with. And again, it's smooth. It's really smooth. I got a cylinder or jug on the way, and then I'll get some stuff from our good friends at Treats, and onward and upward. OG Big T out of here.